Trent's good. He started practicing middle of last week. I wouldn't say he's 100%, but I think he will be by Saturday.
Will he be your starter?
Yes. Sure. There is, and they're a creative bunch, as are we. We'll have some things. Some of them will be, maybe obvious to the casual observer. There'll be some other things that are probably a little more subtle, because as you say, we know each other pretty well. I would argue that we are not mirror images of one another. We have some similar foundations, but we complement the things we do differently. The institutions are different. Their midshipmen and our cadets are different. At the same time, there are some similarities. There are some things that we share in common, certainly, and that can drive you crazy if you're not careful, because you can start talking yourself into the hole in the ground, like we know that they know that we know that they know. But at the end of the day, we'll make sure that the game belongs to the players, and they can't wait. I don't know that there's a single major concern. They obviously they're a well-coached, tough-minded football team. Like us, they've had a couple of weeks to prepare, which always opens up the playbook. There are some things that they've done in the course of the season. They've done in the course of Coach Niamatololo's time there that you can start to drive yourself crazy in terms of the things you prepare for. But they're an efficient outfit. They have a system. They have a style of play. They know how to complement it, as do we. And I think at the end of the day, we're going to be concerned with their football team. We're not going to be concerned with the environment. We're not going to be concerned with the officials. We're not going to be concerned with the scoreboard. We're going to be concerned with who they are, what they're doing, how they're playing, and keep the focus there. We'll be fine. It is a little bit like a bowl week. We had an extended period of time to prepare. It's an opportunity, just like a bowl game is, to develop some of your younger guys. You can devote some of your practice to certainly the preparation for Navy. Then you can devote some of your practice time to your younger players and make it very fundamental and developmental for those guys. Put the onus on them, or the focus on them. For us, it's a chance as much as anything to get well. We've had a chance to get some guys. We mentioned Trent, that he's not the Lone Ranger. We've had a number of guys that have been out during the course of the season, or have been dragging an ankle or a hamstring or something along down the stretch, and we have a chance to get an awful lot of that fixed before we step on the field Saturday, and that's a huge benefit. All those things we talk about around this football game that are so special and unique to it pay a dividend, I think, in the preparation and the lead up to. When you have 3 weeks to prepare for an opponent, it's great to have those things to fall back on, to get guys in the moment, to get guys excited to prepare and practice with a sense of urgency for 3 weeks, because as you say, normally we're talking about a couple of days and here we go again. Now as we get closer to the contest, all that stuff goes on the shelf. Nothing that happened last year or 10 years ago or 100 years ago is going to impact the outcome of this game. Our ability to get into the moment, compete on the next snap, win enough of the next snaps, and we'll like the scoreboard at the end. And the things that will determine the outcome of this game are the same things that determine the outcome of every other game you've ever played in. And that's where our focus needs to be. None of that other stuff. If we try to carry all that stuff into the game with us, it'll crush us. It's just too heavy. Whether it's good stuff or bad stuff, it doesn't impact the outcome. Leave it on the sideline. Go play the next snap. I was watching family. I mean, the first games I remember watching my brothers play. Watching Brother John play. Those are my first memories of the game. I remember we listening to it overseas. We didn't have it on TV. We had to listen to it, and but those are the first memories. But it was very personal, obviously, because you're rooting for Big Brother.